Starting off, we got a beautiful Farmo 706 gasser. But look at the tires on that. Wow, this tractor's been well taken care of. This is just like the Super Truckers, except the Super Truckers is a diesel. Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, new hopper bottom semi shows up. Auction, private seller. Funny story, it's an Aeromax L9000 1990, 800,000 miles on it. We were looking for another semi to upgrade this one and this hopper bottom. This hopper bottom's a 2000. Our old one here is a 1988. Served us very well, but we knew we wanted to jump up a little bit. We were looking at some 2010s, but those got a little pricey. Ended up finding this girl here. Very clean steel. This is aluminum. We didn't want to go steel, but we had no choice. Anyway, this truck ended up falling in our lap. It was our neighbor's, and my brother's name's Mark. The owner of this truck's name was Mark, and my brother got a hair up his butt, and he said, I think I'm going to call Mark and see if he wants to come off of his truck, because he's since retired. And next thing you know, they talked, made a deal. He drove it over the next day. It's got a wet kit, so that means it can put an end dump trailer on it if you want. But once we got this here, we realized we may end up keeping this rig itself. I'm going to show you these other rigs that we've got. We've got 3 sets right now, and that's for getting the grain off the field. But we also use the one, I'll show you, it's for filling the grinder blower, filling that 5th silo with high moisture corn. There's one thing I did want to show you. If we can see if this girl will start. Here's the stack. Well, the stack that goes on it, rusted off. That needs to be welded on the muffler. It needs a little TLC, been sitting. See if this girl will start. We'll let that warm up. I want to show you something on how this grain hopper dumps. Yeah, this baby started right up. The weather, touch on that, snowstorm, starting to melt off now. Down in the teens, warming up into the 30s today and melting it off. But winter blast came and hit us about 6-7 inches. And the whole country got hit. Michigan got hit. And we're starting to come off. I had a long week. Sorry about the length and not getting the video out in time for a while. Rochelle ended up having wisdom teeth. They were growing in like this. 35 years old. We're not so sure why she still had them in there. Went to the dentist. They said they got to come out. They were hurting. Anyway, had to go to an orthopedic surgeon. Took her down there. Put her under. So I've been taking care of her for the last 4 days. She hasn't been able to eat. And then midweek we went down to the Michigan milk meeting. Took my dad and my other buddy Pat Bolday, and we drove down there. And matter of fact, during the national anthem, they played some of our drone footage of the farm. I'll show you some of that. It was pretty cool. Dad was pretty surprised to see that. But I know them people down there, and they asked for it. They know that I like to make videos. But anyway, here's our end dumper. This is what we use. Funny story on this. This is a 1988 Peterbilt. Ended up getting this when we bought a piece of ground, our last piece. And the owner, was his dad's property. This guy was about my dad's age. He owned a landscaping company down in the city, and he said, I've got a semi and a trailer you might be interested in. And so we went and looked at it. Sure enough, this is lined in stainless. I'll show you. There she is. She's still got some corn left up in it, but that's stainless steel, so the mulch would slide right out of that, no problem. Well, it also works for wet corn. When we were putting high moisture corn up and needing it to come out and go in the blower, you needed that. Otherwise, they'll just stick right in the truck. Bad thing, you could lift that up and tip the truck right over if it don't come out. So you got to be careful doing that. But this has been a good unit. We've only had it probably about 5 years. But we only go about 15 minutes, 15 miles to town to dump our grain. It used to be only 5, so we use tractors and wagons. And that was working pretty good, but 15 minutes is too long. We had to be equipped with these. And then we also, once we did get that, is why we started filling that silo like that. We used the combine. This hopper bottom, it's got the older style wheels. The new one we just got, it's got the newer Bud style they called. But there's nothing wrong with this. So if we decide to sell this, we may end up selling the whole rig. I don't know. But 3 of them is nice to have. We don't want to keep Dad waiting. When in the field, when you're taking that grain off, you want to move this. This used to be a UPS truck, one of them big ones. A little bit underpowered, a little bit, but it gets the job done. Like I said, 1988. That truck I think is a 1988, but old, but works. We moved up into a 90, and then that grain trailer is a 2000. This truck's purring like a kitten once it gets a little warmer out, because that snow kind of took us by surprise. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna chip all this rust off. That's the problem with it being a steel trailer, but we're gonna chip it all off and we're gonna repaint it, clean it up a little bit. We're gonna do the same thing in this truck. Truck's in pretty good shape, but these fender flares are kind of bubbling out. We're gonna clean them off and repaint them, touch some of the truck up. Front bumper needs some work. But beyond that, she's a solid old girl. Let me know in the comments if you guys ever ran a truck like this, if they were any good. She sure is a straight looking truck. Got that air on. That's how these doors open up. That's what she looks like inside. Check that out. Let's check it out. We got some corn in here. Got some rotten corn in there. But anybody leave a comment if you ever had a hopper bottom like this. Air traps to unload. So there's your Aero Max L9000. In fact, let me shut this air off. Let me shut the air off this trailer real quick. Right there. I hope you like the rundown on the semis. There's 3 full rigs here, 2 hopper bottoms and an end dumper. As of right now, we're gonna keep all 3, but if I go to sell that hopper bottom for sure might go. But if that goes, I say keep it hooked up and sell the whole rig. We'll see what they end up wanting to do. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna head uptown, the other side of town. They've got an auction coming. There's another lineup of equipment. I'm gonna give you a walk around on and take a look at it myself. There's actually another hopper bottom trailer up there that we're gonna look at. Hear that snow coming off this roof? And that hopper bottom up there, I think is a 05. So depending on what the price is on it, we could be bidding on that. That's an auction next week. So let's go look at that equipment and we'll go from there. Let's go. In the milking parlor, had some cows calve recently and a heifer. Finally got some heifers coming back. Here she is. He's already got her tag, number 6. Extremely clean, fluffy, hairy, but very nice udder on her. And we're gonna get her put on. Currently, we're letting her read Woods and Waters March 2024 edition, Michigan's premier outdoor publication. So she's been reading that. We'll get her put on and we'll keep moving. Okay, here's what we got. Big, massive cow. Had a beautiful little baby here last night, but now she's got milk fever and won't get up. She's huge. We're gonna tie her head off to her leg for our safety and hers, and then we're gonna give her some fluids either in this vein or in her neck, save her life. See what happens. Calf is very hungry. I've got her secured to the best. What I'm gonna do, see that blood coming out? We're gonna stick this right on the end of it. This is all I can do. She was fighting me. Lonnie's gonna hold on to this. And she was, well, let me get this blood out of here.
Was she in the pen this morning?
I put her in the pen. She calved last night. There's some juice, looks good. And we're in. And we'll keep that little, she's a big, strong. But we're gonna bring her back. Just like that. That first bottle of calcium's about done. Look at this little stub-nosed calf. Beautiful calf. Solid, straight back. And that's a heifer. That's a heifer calf. We're gonna get your mom going, bud. I gotta switch this bottle over. Boys are finishing up milking. Is she down in there? Yeah, just pull it off. Hold it tight. There you go. And he's back. We're gonna go right and keep it flowing. And we're keeping it flowing. We're going right in this milk vein because this mom was acting very angry, but she's calming down now. And we got a concerned aunt that just got done getting milk. We're gonna take care of her. We're gonna take care of her. And that's the end of it. I'm gonna take this out here and then we're just gonna wipe that like that. Okay, and I'm gonna release her. He's gonna put the supplies back in the bucket. Those tongs are out. We're just gonna kind of sit her up. And I'm not gonna try to get her up. She's just gonna get up whenever she wants. Lonnie's heading to the calf. This is probably a 1,700 cow, 1,700 pound. Very close, so we'll check on her in a little bit. The afterbirth hasn't come out yet. That's typical, usually, if they're calcium deficient, but look, she wants at that calf, so we'll see what happens. Guys, check it out. Look who got up. The big girl. I seen that baby was trying to nurse too, so we're gonna leave them in here, relaxing, get her some feed and water, some fresh bedding, and I think she'll be good to go. We'll keep an eye on them. Another successful IV. Look at this. Farm's all the way on the end of a dead-end road. How nice would that be? Found it. Starting off, we got a beautiful Farmo 706 gasser. But look at the tires on that. Wow, this tractor's been well taken care of. This is just like the Super Truckers, except the Super Truckers is a diesel. Next up, a 1466 Farmall International Turbo Diesel front stack of suitcase weights. Look at them, original. Full cab. Again, beautiful rubber. Beautiful looking tractor. He's got it locked up, but wow. He likes case. Next tractor, International 5088. Another stack of IH weights. Super clean tractor. Looks like this baby got buffed out. Excellent tires. Painted up a little bit, but this must have been his planting tractor. Here's a 9600 John Deere Combine 4x4. I don't believe we had one like this. We had a 9500, very similar. And 25-foot grain head. Older combine, but he's got an air reel on it. I bet you there's gonna be some guys wanting to buy this. Kilbro's header cart. Next item on the auction, Navigator 4000 Hardy. Look at the tread on them tires. Sprayers usually tires are pretty good. This looks like a 90-foot boom. Newer sprayer. Be some guys wanting this, I'm thinking. Next up, Kinsey 3500 folding planter, beautiful planter. 16 row. That's what ours is. I've never seen one fold like that. Right in the center. But yeah, 16 row. Great condition. Next up, beautiful John Deere 1590 no-till drill. John Deere, excellent condition. It's a lot newer than the one that we got. Let's climb up on here and take a look inside of here. Oh yeah, he's got her all cleaned out, ready to go. Beautiful looking drill here. No-till. 3954 Kraus disc. Looks like she's been sitting outside a long time. Got a cart pulling behind it. Maybe, I don't know what they did with that, but I will say she's maybe rusty. But look at the disc blades on this track. This is probably a 25 footer to look at it. But look at the disc blades. I tell you what, those have been replaced, no doubt about it. Brilliant Packer. Looks like she sat outside too. Looks like a, I don't know, it could be a 30 footer. I don't think it's 25. Looks like about a 20 or 30 footer. Older, but someone will want this. Easy Trail auger wagon, and it's got a auger mate on it. These are extremely nice. We have these. That's probably a $3,000 unit alone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's so you can pull this with a pickup instead of a tractor, and it's a self-contained hydraulic system. There's your auger. This is for filling your drill or a planter, but he probably used it to fill this wagon alone. It's a beautiful wagon. Probably used it to fill that no-till drill for soybeans. Nice looking equipment lineup he's got out in the middle of nowhere here. It's pretty nice. No one's out here bothering us. This is wheat stubble we're walking on. I seen that grain trailer parked all the way down there. We're gonna walk down there, check that out before we end up leaving. But this is auction, I think it's on the 29th. So we'll pay attention to it. Way down here at the end of this lane. And here it is, aluminum wheels, beautiful looking trailer. It's got the windows in here so you can see she's got some snow in her. Got the crank out to open them doors. Don't have the air doors like we do, but this is all rhino lined. I like that. This is, I don't remember if he said this is a 5 or a 10, but I guess we'll be able to tell on the inspection sheet. And look at this truck. The truck is just beautiful. That's a newer rig. Dave Penzine Farm. I tell you what. See, this is what we're gonna get into at some point in the next 10 years probably. But as of right now, we've got them older rigs. But this is a newer truck, I'd say. Yeah, here's the manufacturer tag, but it doesn't have the year. I think it's a 5, I'm not sure, but this has got a roll tarp that you do manually. You see, being steel, she's starting to get a little chunky too. We would end up cleaning this up also, but it's got a nice, I used to have a ladder like this on the back of Mom's van back in 1988. Remember them, those polished aluminum ladders on them old vans? Yeah, them newer trucks, they got a power tarp. Wow, those are them 2010. So this probably is a 5, but yeah, she's a nice rig. I like the aluminum wheels. That's pretty snazzy. As we get ready to get out of here, yeah, this is Sheridan Auction Service, www.sheridan. It's always good whether you're gonna buy something or not of this stuff. See, I got the wife's minivan. Whether you're gonna buy something or not, it's always good to just follow these so you know what stuff's worth in case there ever is a good buy, or you just know what your equipment's worth if you ever go to sell it and upgrade it. It's all part of it. Following, you know, obviously crop prices, but following equipment, so important. They got a sign back there at the main farmhouse. I didn't want to get too close because I didn't see if anybody was here or not, but a centennial sign, meaning this farm's been in the family's name for 100+ years. So that's pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay guys, back home on the farm, everything's melting off and draining out, checking these feed bunks. Looks like they can use some more. There's a fresh cow right there. 154 missing her tag. She's a tank. She just calved, waiting. There's some good amount of feed in this bunk here. I think I'm gonna focus on the other bunk. Man, that's as cool and as fresh as can be right there. She's melting off. Hay corn and grain on in this bunk. Yeah, they're wanting it. Here it comes. That's your haylage. Very moist. That was put up very well last fall. Well, it's down low, so that's last spring. How you doing, girls? Good to see you. There it is. There's your mixture. Hay corn, grain. Kind of wind's kicking up, warming up. Supposed to warm up next few days, 50. So this snow is going to be gone, luckily. And then 50s for the rest, starting of April, and down lows of 30. So that 70 degrees we had, that was a fluke. Guys, feeders off. Cows are fed for now. We'll be locking them in shortly in a couple hours. I'm gonna head home, do some family time. Again, I apologize. It took 10 days to get this video out, but I was very preoccupied. Rochelle's doing better, starting to eat a little more stitches back in there. So, and that wasn't a cheap procedure either, but I'm not complaining. I had to get it done with her no matter what. We got to keep her healthy. And I found out Dad's got 30 or 45 years in with Michigan Milk. He got an award in 2014. Mom and Dad, I got the plaque here, I'll show you. They got it in 2014. There's a 35-year award and a 50-year. So everything goes right, 5 more years. Dad's gonna hit 50 years Michigan Milk, Hall Milk, or producing milk. But Mom didn't make it that far, but she made it quite a ways since in 2020. She made it be 42 years. And so on that note, take care. God bless. See you in the next video.